Okay, so I hit the wrong button to flip you around. This is the finish, part 2, I guess, of the Dollar Tree tower. This is the rest of the bottle. We've already got part of it in there, but as you can see, this is the same size as this, so it's not going to cover it like this. So what do we have to do? We have to go get my handy dandy scissors, and then I'm going to show you how to cut some of this so that it's wider and it fits on top of that bottle nicely. And you can see that here these have rings, and on the bottom has these little wavies. That's how I figured out where to, because the wavy part is wider than these little rings, so the wavy part will fit on here over those little rings. So let me go get my scissors, and then I will show you how I cut this, poke a hole in it, and twist. I use a twist tie to tie it onto the top. Now we're not going to use a twist tie to tie it on the top until we're done filling the tower, but we're going to use this when it's cut. We're going to put it on top of each tier of the tower as we fill it with soil, and then we twist tie this to the top, and it keeps all the dust and debris and all that other gunk out of the top watering bottle until you're ready to water. Alright, so we got our handy dandy scissors. We got the rest of the bottle, water bottle. Now we have to cut it to fit on the top of one of those tiers. Now, if you save all the water bottles as you're doing this, which I have them, so I'm going to show you. I think I got the top over there too. I think I already had the top tier set, so I'll show you how to tie this onto the top tier, just like the one I showed you earlier in the video, and I'll show it to you again. So this one already has it on there, and there's the handy dandy little tie. Okay, and that's just like I said, to keep the dirt and everything off of this. This has been set up like this for a week, and I've had to do all this prepping the last couple days because today is seed starting day for a bunch of my different seeds that I don't already have started. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'll do another video of filling this with soil and starting some seeds, because we got lots of stuff to do, and I'm still kind of maneuvering where I'm going to place all my seeds. So let's get to cutting. Record. Alright, so now we got you situated. We're going to take and cut this rivet part to fit on here to keep everything out. So what I did was, let me compare this one. The first rib is what I got. So I had to figure out where it was going to sit, and there's one ring at the very bottom, and so I cut slightly above that one ring so that it would fit over top of this, and it was trial and error. Okay, so it's really easy. You can do it this way if you want, which is the way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to cut it right above that ring, closer to the last ribbed part. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it's a DIY to begin with, so it's not that big of a deal. We're just going to cut it so that we have just the bottom left. Stick this here till I can take it and put it in the garbage. And then you size it on there, and it's going to sit quite nicely. Now, it's going to sit on there nicely, but one, I still have to fill this with soil, and two, if you don't have some way to get it snug and you do have a windstorm, it's not going to stay. It'll blow off, and then you get stuff in your watering system, and that's going to be a pain in the butt to try and figure out how to clean this out so your watering holes on the bottom don't get clogged and you can still water your tower properly. So what I did was, it's got a nice lip there. So I went ahead and just measured it. And I poked, I think, 2 holes. Let me see what I did with this one. I did 2 holes on this part and 1 hole on the interior of this. So, and I'm using some, oh, what is this? This is a floral tie. It's kind of like a twist tie. I got it again at the Dollar Tree, really cheap. And I use this to tie up a lot of things, like if I got a leggy plant, or the tomatoes, if they need to be tied up on a trellis or what have you. These, you can create your own length and everything, so it's very convenient. So, we're going to put a hole in this, and I'm going to do it on the side here so you can see, which I didn't do it earlier, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Hopefully I won't jab my finger. And we're going to do it right here, slightly above the top, but also slightly away from your drainage holes. And then we're going to put this on here. And this one's a little bit big, but I want it to sit about here. So I'm going to poke a hole here, and I'm going to poke a hole right above it towards this top here, so that I can make the top of this, make this just toggle on and off. So it'll just toggle on and off. Toggle it open, water, toggle it back closed. Pretty simple. Alright. Then I had to figure out this part, and I think a large twist tie that you get off of, like, I don't know, your buns or some sort of a bread, if you got a loaf of bread or something. So I just kind of pulled it out a bit. I decided it's got to go in the 2 holes, and that's why we have 2 holes here. And it also has to toggle so that I have room to water and everything. So I think I did, I don't know, probably like 2 inches or so. Folded it over. Your twist tie is going to already be cut, which is very convenient. But this also is convenient because I can cut it to whatever length I want. We're going to put it in there and cut it. Okay. Now, we're going to find the 2 holes. I'm going to already have it bent. So we're going to put the tie in the 2 holes, like so. Pull it together. I got to take an allergy tablet because we got pollen and it's starting to get to me today. I got some allergy inside. I'll take it after a while. Then we put it in the top hole here that we poked. And then I'm just going to take this, cross them over, and I don't know if you can see, just make an X with it, and twisty. You want to make an X and hold them separate so that both wires are twisting, not just one. And voila, top's on, toggles open. You can stretch it out or what have you, and then I'll come by and clip these a little bit shorter, and then it just sits right under. Ta-da! No garbage, no junk is going to get in here. It's going to keep all the crud out and keep your watering system clean. So there you have it. A watering system complete. So here I'm going to show you. We'll have to probably stick you on this bucket again. So let's bring this bucket over here. get you on some level ground. And this tier, you can see, has the crack in it. So this tier is the one I'm using for the top. This tier is the one that has the no-hold bottom lid. This one I'm going to use for the bottom. So we'll move these, and I'll just start stacking it. All these tiers, which you probably can't see in the video. I've got them sitting like that. I will show you here. And this is for example, so none of them are filled with water yet, and I was showing you that one, so it's all crooked. But none of them are filled with soil yet, not water, soil yet, except for this one because we had a pot that dumped over earlier. So we just filled this with soil. Again, each tier has those holes in it. And we're just going to stack it on top. This one again has a little crack there, so I'm using this as the top one. If I have to water this one more, it's okay. And you can see I just did a shabby job of drilling some of these spare holes. And I put this one on the wrong top. So for example, I'll show you this. Cha-cha-cha. Get it to line up here. I can't look at the camera and line it up with the tower at the same time. Can't do two things at once. Okay, and there you go. You have a tower and a top. A tower, and when it's not crooked, and yeah, see, if you don't have the bottles in there, this stacks up really nice for storage. So you can always take the bottles out. I leave it outside all year round, so I don't have to worry about it. But you can see, if you line it up that way, that the lid is going to go right into the next bottle. So that way you know for a fact that when you set it up, it's going to water just the way you want it to. And there is how you set up a Dollar Tree stackable grow tower, or garden tower, whatever you want to call it. I hope this was useful for you. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something from it. And like I said, today is seed starting day, so I gotta do another video and fill this with some soil right after I let the girls out so they can run and stretch their legs. And so I will come back on another video, fill this with some soil, and show you what we're going to start today. Alright, so I thank you for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and we will see you on the next video. Don't forget, hit the like button and the bell, so that way you can get in the next video and see how this works out. Until then, ciao now.